Okay, g'day all. I'm Blake, he, him. Welcome to Monster of the Week, PBTA game. Okay, so yeah, we're playing Monster of the Week in the Rockies, which is sort of, in this case, Montana, probably not pronouncing that properly, Wyoming, sort of northern area in the USA, roughly 2010, 2012 era, so post 9/11, but pre-Brexit, Trump, COVID. And yes, if I'll get you to introduce yourselves and your characters, just like a bit about their look, I guess. What do people see when you see them? Actually, no, just their name. We'll introduce them more better in a minute. So we'll start with Dom. If you want to introduce Ethan, or yourself and Ethan.
Okay, hello, my name is Dom. I'm fairly new to the TTRPG scene and the open heart in a general. So hoping to have a good time with you all. The character I'm going to be playing for this Monster of the Week campaign is Ethan Crowley, who belongs to the Crooked playbook. Should I see anything more, or should we leave it at that?
That's fine. Maybe we see him walking out of the building. What do we see? You want to describe him a bit?
Okay, we can. Since this is taking place in the college, yeah, we probably see Ethan walking out of the building, probably just missed a class, one of his classes, and he's saying he's not going to battle, come in late and getting scolded, so he's just going to walk off and do something else until his next class.
Is he tall? Is he muscular? Is he confident? Is he sort of nervous? What's his vibe?
In this moment, he's a bit stressed out that he just missed the start of the class. As for the general look, he's around his probably early to mid 20s. I would say general height 6 foot something. Can't really set the height. And the picture that we have in the character keeper, he looks like that. Has like a short stubble beard, wears baggy clothes, has this big sack that he always carries around with him, and kind of like watchful eyes, like always keeping an eye out on what's going on.
No worries. That's all right. Brandon, if you want to introduce yourself and your character, Amber.
Sure. I'm Brandon, she, they. Been playing with Open Hearth and Gauntlet for a few years, less PBTA, but I'm always excited to get into it and really looking forward to playing Monster of the Week. Amber Allgood is a 5'1" young 5'1" woman of I guess age slightly determined on kind of how far away out we are from where we met, but somewhere university or just after aged, is would be dressed either in kind of smart streetwear or extreme prep, and has just like a closet to match that. Often has a pair of sunglasses and carries around a large camera. Likes getting into things she shouldn't be getting into.
The picture gives me a bit of a girl next door kind of vibe. But all right, Gray, if you want to introduce yourself, and Meg.
Sure. So I'm Gray. I use they, them pronouns. I am playing Meg, the Chosen, who uses she, her, or they, them pronouns. Meg is in her early to mid 20s. Either I at any given time, she's either sort of affecting not caring or incredibly hot-headed and wants to rush in right now. Tends to dress, well, sort of like you see here, like,
Getting a badass sort of vibe from the picture.
yeah, tends to wear sort of slightly punk clothing, not like to an extreme, but leather jacket, torn up jeans, stompy boots.
No worries. All right, and David, if you want to introduce Cypress or Cy.
Yes, my name's David. I use he, him pronouns. I've been playing on the Gauntlet and Open Hearth for a few years now, probably. Still would love to get more experience with PBTA games. I think this is the first actual Monster of the Week campaign I've played in, outside of running and playing in a one-shot or two. And I am playing Cypress Elderberry III, also known as Cy. And what he looks like really depends on when we're talking about, because I think when we all knew each other in college, Cy was a rich slacker. His dad was the second generation heir to a big car dealership chain in the area, and he just sort of just needed to not flunk out of college, and he could come out and get a job with his dad's company when he was done, and he was easygoing and friendly. And then something happened that we'll probably get into in a few minutes. And Cy went off the grid and off the deep end. And when we pick up now, if you see him, which most people don't because he spends a lot of the time off in a cabin in the hills, he is very scruffy, wearing clothes that he hasn't bothered to replace as they've grown older. Very suspicious eyes, and generally a suspicious and wild demeanor.
That's quite a character change. I'm sensing some dark history tie into you. Wow, okay. Cool bananas. All right, I put the dice roller thing in the chat. Unless you're dead keen on rolling physical dice on your table, that's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with. You have any questions at any point, chuck them at me. Yeah, all right. And as for the timely reminder, let's get into history questions. If we don't need to do sort of, we can do two each, because that way each character has a link to two others. You all met in college at some point. Doesn't mean you were all college students. One of you might have been a cleaner. One of you might have been a teacher. It's just something supernatural happened then. I think we went with someone got possessed, and it might have been someone's boyfriend, someone's cousin, someone's student, whatever. You all knew the person that got possessed is a default thing, but all right. So if you pull up your playbook, if you've got access, otherwise I can find the link again. And then we can get into history questions. All right, so I'll put the playbook link in the chat, which has history questions. Righty. So history questions basically how your characters know each other. For example, what happened there? David's character is the Flake. So
Do you want me to start with one?
yes, please.
What I would just a second.
So there's a list of questions under the history for Flake, and David could choose one he thinks might be interesting to have a link with a character. For example,
Amber, I'd propose that we're cousins of some sort. Does that work with you?
Yeah, I'm the poor cousin.
Yeah. And we can be, we're not like super close, but like the kind like we see each other in the past. We would have seen each other once a year or twice a year or something like that.
Thanksgiving or whatever.
Yeah. So that's the question. They're a relative. Ask them to decide exactly what. I sort of skipped that a little bit, but
So Amber and Cypress. Okay. Okay. Does anyone else have a history question under their playbook they want to throw out there? You can either say who wants this one or ask a specific person if they want it. And this is just how the characters link together.
All right. Well, I have one that looks interesting, but I'm not sure who it should belong to.
Okay.
So for whoever this is, I saved their life back when they didn't know monsters were real, and I need to tell them what I saved them from.
You need to tell them. Oh, okay. Does anyone want that? This is how probably your character's introduction into the whole. Oh, there's monsters out there.
That ties in maybe with one I was thinking for Meg. One of mine is friends from way back. We were like high school friends, or like old friends, and you would have. I'm not sure how you would have saved me. There's just thinking like Surly and Preppy.
I love it.
It may have been you met each other in junior high, and then in like senior high or college, you met up again, and they saved you from a monster. It's like, hey, I haven't seen you for ages. Zombie jumps out of bush.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you've been busy.
cool. So Meg and Amber are friends from way back, and at some point, Meg saved Amber from some monster attack.
Okay.
One of the histories I have, this hunter worked with you on a semi-legal or illegal job. Work out what it was. So I'm thinking maybe that's a history between Ethan and Sai.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's possible that maybe I would have like hired you to do something. With as I spend down my dwindling.
Was it a stolen car or something? Someone stole your car and you wanted to steal it back or something?
No,
or?
I think this was like post breakdown, like after he discovered monsters were, like the supernatural is real. I'm just throwing this out. We can do something more mundane too here, but my first thought was like as he was going off the deep end, like I hired you to investigate something that I thought was suspicious or something like that, or something like that. Do you have it? Does that jar anything? Give you any ideas?
Yeah, I think that could work because for Ethan I picked the fixer background, so he basically just like knows people and gets deals. At least I was thinking that could work. We know each other from a third party, and yeah, I think that actually worked really well.
But were you hiring him to like beat the crap out of someone, or steal something, or investigate something? What was the nature of the illegal?
Do you want me to have hired you for a mundane job or a supernatural job?
I think maybe I'm on a day job just to establish connection, and then later on we can both realize.
Okay.
Hey,
how
you know
about,
something
How
more.
about I hired you to steal a bunch of test answers for me when I was in college?
Yeah, that could work.
It was easier to do that than to actually study, and I needed to get a C.
Oh yeah, because you had money and.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like Amber's got 2 ties, Cypress has got 2. So we just need one between sort of Meg and Ethan, and then we're pretty right.
I do. I mean, I do have one that could also work to tie me to Meg. I mean, the way it's phrased is the signs all pointed to working together, so you found them and now work together. In general, I think that like as I like went off the deep end and started researching the supernatural, I started finding stuff like message board posts and just stuff like that. There's like that sounds like that girl in town.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sort of how we
Like
connected up.
rumors
Started
that
working
popped
together.
up, and someone telling a story of this time that this strange person leapt off a rooftop and drove off this guy who's trying to bite them, and or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
So are you like tying in Ethan as well? So like Meg recruited Sai and Sai recruited Ethan sort of thing, and you all got.
I
I think I have a question that might make
Sure.
sense between me and Ethan.
Yep.
Let me just.
Oh, have you got one you like, Ethan? You can choose from either list, basically, as long as it's.
Maybe from my side, this hunter was there when you decided to give up your life and hunt monsters instead. Work out to get what happened.
Cool.
Maybe you helped her get a fake ID or something because she got a record with the cops or something, and
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a
We-
feeling I've gotten into trouble a couple of times.
yeah, that could work. Meg found about Ethan through probably again like some third party. Came to him to get like some fake ID or perhaps maybe even like a weapon or something. And how's that?
no, that's fine. Fake ID and a weapon,
Yeah.
that's fine because you got in trouble with the cops. Needed to disappear, go off the radar for a while, but pardon me, still be in the area to fight monsters. That's fine. Back to Meg saving Amber from the monster. Was it a vampire, or a werewolf, a zombie? What do you think?
I thought of something for that. It was werewolf. Saved me from the football player I was dating who transformed into a
Ooh.
werewolf at a frat party.
Nice.
And then I have one I that I wanted to add for Dom. Ethan, right? Sorry, thank you.
Yep.
The names are reversed. Ethan, who I have a crush on. 17 for Bad Boys.
Is it in past tense, current tense? Oh,
Now.
yeah.
I'm not sure what the nature of that is right now, but I'll think about that.
All right. All right, that's plenty of links. That's all right. So, back in college, we'll say 2 years. Is that enough for your life to spiral downhill there, Si? So, so 2 years ago, there's a big event. Now you're all involved in. Someone possessed. College. Yeah, not talking about the werewolf. That's a different issue. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. Did anyone grab any start of session moves? I don't recall seeing it.
I have one, and I think someone else does too.
I think I might. Let me check. Oh, should we take a minute and fill out the lines and veils tab?
Oh yeah. Yep. Sorry, my bad. All right. So go to the lines and veils tab. My typical thing is that lines of harm to children, homophobia, transphobia, and sexual assault. Does anyone have any specific things like don't want to see people on fire, don't want to see spiders, people's eyes being pulled out, whatever? There is.
Does anyone want us to pause the recording for this discussion, or is everyone good with that? Keep going.
No. Okay, so self-harm, yep, totally good. Usually when we do these, people pick the same things every time, and that's fine. It's good. It's generally things that upset one person generally upset quite a few others. So
I did a game once where someone just said no NPCs named such and such because they had a
bad ex-relationship.
experience with someone with that name, and they just didn't want people with that name in their game. Anything like that works for the stuff.
Yeah. The font's a bit small, isn't it? All right. That's better. I just.
I'm good on Lines and Veils.
Okay.
And do we want to go over, explain what our moves are, or let those come out in play?
No, we can let those come out and play. That's fine. Okay.
It looks like I do have one of my moves says at the beginning of each mystery.
Yep. So connect the dots. Okay. Destiny's Plaything. But your immediate future. Okay. So Meg and Cypress have them. All right. Okay. Session moves. Okay. So if you want to, what is it? Add your weird.
All right, so my weird is -1.
Oh, what the hell? Showing a huge pile of dice on here that should not be here. Let's just clear that up.
Sorry, I just tapped on the thing at the top. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not. I never liked this style of room.
Well, if you've got a better one, you want to chuck it at us, go for it.
Let me try a second here. There's two ways to do it and roll with me.
I don't know why it's showing up like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I just typed in. I was expecting it to tell me the answer.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. If this works with you, let me share a different roller. There's we've got the visual roller here, and this is the text roller. I find this it's a little easier to do.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. Bananas. We'll go with that one.
And I won't even insist on counting those 2 6s I rolled as a complete test. I will roll for real.
Yep. Four. Okay, so beginning of each mystery, roll to see what happened about your immediate future. Oh, I missed something bad is about to happen to you. Well, that's always a nice way to start
boy.
the session. It's not going to be like Meet Joe Black, don't worry. Okay, and Cypress, if you want to do yours, connect the dots.
At the beginning of each mystery, if you look for the wider patterns that current events might be a part of, roll plus sharp.
Have you got like a murder board in your room with pins and...
Oh, 100%. Although I would like to stay away from Cypress's hermitage for a while until I get a chance to level up and actually make it into a haven.
Okay.
But
no, but you could have some like aluminium foil on the window, and you know, two layers of blinds, and
8 plus 2, so the 10 hold 3.
Okay.
Let's read this out. I can spend my hold during the mystery to ask the keeper any one of the following questions: Is this person connected to current events more than they're saying? When and where will the next critical event occur? What does the monster want from this person? Is this connected to previous mysteries? And how does this mystery connect to the bigger picture?
All right, so you've got them up your sleeve. Jolly good. Okay. Here's my mystery. I've got so much stuff open. All right. So, we probably need a contact for somebody. Yeah, this person's like an informer or a hunter who's rang up one or two of you and said, hey, there's been something weird happening in this town. Oh, on a highway, that is. We might go with Amber. Amber, you've got a contact / informer tells you in this strange things that comes up. Her name is Chelsea. She's sort of aware but not involved. She's not going to get her, nice clothes dirty. That's for other people to do, but she hears something, she'll let you know. So she's let you know there is, someone was murdered near a highway, and it just seems odd. Does it add up? And has asked you to go and have a look if possible.
So, Amber is. Are you an active hunter at this point, or?
Yeah, and I don't know where. If I think we've been working together a little bit for a couple of years, if I recall the premise. So
Okay.
yeah, an active snooper into things and hunter, which also potentially relevant to this because we'll have to go places. I have a van that we can use as base, just as a car. That's what vans.
Yeah. Maybe you've got like full or part-time jobs in the area, and every couple of weekends, you hear about something, you all give each other a call and go and deal with it. You're not like full-time 24/7 hunters because there's not that many monsters, thankfully, yet.
Sai disagrees. Sai very much disagrees.
Okay.
But
you can say when
I'll point out, difficult to get a hold of because he refuses to have a cell phone.
Or he's got a cell phone that puts forwards messages to another cell phone, and then he checks them on.
He's a walkie-talkie, and he gives walkie-talkies to people if they want to get in touch with him. But
So, who's in charge of radioing you?
I think I've got no, not a CD in my van, but I'll radio. Yeah, someone's gonna have to pick David up or Sai up, rather.
I'm just make it easier. I'm going to change my display name to just Sai.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, you your team, your crew, whatever you want to call yourself, were advised there's been a weird murder out on the highway.
Understood. Over.
They tell you what highway, how far away from town, and all of that. So hang on, Meg started with a miss.
Also, please use agreed upon code. Over. Lines are not clear. Over.
So Meg rolled a miss. All right, so Meg, you're in town, and by town it's like 10,000 people. It's not a huge city or nothing, but it's it's a small town in the Rockies. Blah 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 blah. Where have I got? No, that one. Is that going to show up? Okay. Yeah, so there's a little town near the Rockies called Cody, but it's sort of late afternoon. Meg, you're being followed.
Great. So I'm just on the way from picking up some groceries or something, heading back to my crappy apartment, half a house that I rent, and notice that something is following me. I mean, someone, or more likely something.
Yep. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna sort of round the next corner so I can try and catch a look at it without tipping it off that I know it's there.
That sounds like act under pressure. No, I won't get you to roll again because you're already rolling on a miss. So, Is one of the others back at your apartment, sort of waiting for you to bring home the pizza or something? Or
I certainly can be. Or possibly Amber's picking me up because
Yeah, maybe Amber went to pick you up, and so
because my house is out in the hills, so
right.
I can't
Yeah,
just
so
walk over.
all right, so
yeah,
you're
so maybe
taking
Amber went to
groceries
pick you
to
up. Well, yeah, I got supplies.
I refuse to drive a car because this one is not actually a supernatural craziness thing. It's just a I hate my
Hang
dad
on,
craziness
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
My dad's a car dealer, so
Okay.
I insist that I can just walk. And hiking's good, good exercise. But this is not a persuasive argument to other people who want to spend time doing things with me.
All right. Yeah, so I guess Amber's out picking you up, and Ethan and Meg are getting supplies.
Yeah, so maybe you're headed towards your car. That's when you realize, oh, we can put it in a car. Yeah, all right. So you're driving your car. You're being followed.
Okay.
What sort of car is it?
Hmm.
Like a sedan or a little hatchback or I don't know, Dodge Charger or something? Because Ethan and Si got you a decent one. Or
No, I think I have a crappy car.
dear. All right. All right. So
I have a crappy little sedan, and the trunk is full of both trash and possibly useful objects.
oh, I thought you were going to say explosives or something for a second. I thought, what? Okay. So there's a car sort of revving behind you and it's bumping you a bit.
You know, I roll down the window and yell at them.
All right, jolly good.
This takes a second because I have to manually crank down the window.
Okay.
Hey, knock it off!
All right, it looks like there's like a turn off coming off, and they're trying to sort of nudge you to go to the turn off instead of staying on the freeway. I'll get you to roll act under pressure. So roll plus cool, unless you've got some sort of driving bonus thing. I don't think you do.
No, I don't think so.
Nope.
All right. I am, however, extremely cool. Wow.
$10. So yeah. So did you want to go down the turn off, or you happy you want to stay on the freeway and?
I mean, I guess am I headed to meet up with the others, or?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to get there. I don't want to let this asshole.
All right, so you speed ahead and they swerve too much and go down the off ramp, so you manage to lose them. You've probably seen that car before. It's hard to. I'm sure you remember later. It'll be fine. All right.
I think right now Meg being somewhat hot tempered is just like, wow, what an asshole driver. They were terrible at driving, and later we'll realize that this was kind of weird.
Okay. So you're going to pick up Si. So where are you actually going to meet? I presume you don't all meet up at Si's house. He's not going to want his place to be a meeting place, is he? Is it like a coffee shop you all meet at, or an internet cafe, or an abandoned church or something?
Sai appears out of a sort of half overgrown trail by the side of the road and hops into the car as Amber is there waiting for him. Having been blocked, we've been having a little walkie-talkie chat in the group chat here. Blocked by a tree that he's felled across the road leading up to his place to slow down the agency. Capital A agency.
Yeah. Sheesh. Okay. So yeah, where do you think your team meets up? Do you just have meetings in cars, or at a national park, or an abandoned church?
I think
Ethan,
maybe because Sai insists on it, and none of us have like a particularly like big place, at least as far as I know. It's like a Walmart. It's like the back of a Walmart parking lot, in cars.
Which is, to be fair, a very common meeting place in towns like this.
Yeah, so it won't stick out. All right. Did anyone grab food, do you think, or are you not going to eat before?
I think Ethan would have went to like the nearest fast food joint in town and like grabbed a couple of burgers and fries for everyone.
Yeah, there'll be Burger King or Taco Bell in town, and yeah, grab some of that. Jolly good.
We're going to Taco Bell. You're buying.
No, we can't go to Taco Bell. It's run by goblins. I've told you this before.
And we can't go to Burger King because there's nanobots in the sauce. Okay.
McDonald's. It has to be McDonald's. They're evil, but they're upfront about it.
Don't really need to add to that. Okay. All right. So you've got your food. You're in your car. Having a chat. All right. So yeah, Chelsea, your informant passed on the information. There's a weird murder out on the highway. It's about, sorry, I'll just get into Imperial, 20 miles outside of town. It's mostly farms on each side of that bit of highway. Someone had friends in the force. That was Ethan. So Ethan's friends would have passed on some photos of the crime scene. And let's have a look. It was a male 20-something hiker / student. He was in
or the murdered.
The murdered.
Okay.
The victim was a male named Petrie. 20-something in Arctic cams, so sort of white and grey, mottled. You can see a large gaping chest wound. Let's go back to lines and veils for a moment before I get into graphic gore. Yep, all right. Any questions?
So we're in the parking lot and we're sort of filling each other in at this point?
Yes. And we'll say it's, 11 in the morning.
If Ethan's friends on the force gave him the images, Ethan probably would have inquired about when this happened. Yeah, when this took place. Like, when did they find the body? Like, what's
They found the body.
timeline?
They found the body last night. It looked like it had been there for a day. So they were killed 2 days ago. The official report so far is that someone was shot in the chest with a shotgun, but looking at it, it's like, no, it's been ripped out by something.
That was going to be my question, if it was ripped out or if it was punching in.
Yeah, it's like you've seen shotgun wounds. That's not it.
Does anybody know this guy?
Yeah, and the other question Ethan would have asked his cop friends would have been if they have any idea who Petrie was.
Yeah, he was a student at the local college. He wasn't like class president or anything. It's just one of the regular students. Occasionally went hiking. There's a hiking campsite about 5 miles away from here. And yeah, he went missing, and then the cops went in the area in the end, found the body. As for anyone knowing him, if you're anyone sort of part-time studying in the area, maybe.
So he had no notable connections.
You mean to you guys or notables in town? No, in either case, unless you specifically want and say, look, that's my cousin.
I've
What do you
got Sai has a like 3 notebooks out on the table in front of not the table, the car trunk, the car hood in front of him, and he's sort of flipping through them, like trying to cross-reference.
Okay.
Hole torn in chest. Hole torn in chest.
What do you think,
Okay.
Sai? What does that sound like to you?
It sounds familiar. Not here. It's somewhere else. Oh. I can't find it.
While Sai is reading through his notebooks, Meg is also looking at the picture. Okay, so I'm no fashion icon, but like putting on camo to go hiking seems like ice camo to go hiking seems weird, right?
Yes and no. It is. There's. I should say what season it is. Let's say it's autumn or fall. So there is some snow in the area. You don't kind of have to because you depends if you want to blend in or not. You'd probably put on caps to go hunting, but not to go hiking, sort of thing. But
Right.
yeah, it's not particularly unusual.
Okay.
Maybe he's trying to do it to fit in more. I don't know, but. Anyone doing anything or trying to use any moves or anything? At the minute, you're just looking at info. You're not actually out at the crime scene or anything.
No, I can't find it. We got to go see it. We have to go to where the murder was.
All right.
You think that's a good idea? I could probably talk to some of the guys there. Think about it as through.
Oh, I don't want to just sit around. Like, let's go look at it. Let's get out there.
I think it's the only way.
I guess.
Yeah, typical things to do are, go and have a look for physical evidence in the area, talk to any people that live nearby, see if they saw anything. You could talk to police, try and have them look at more police reports rather than just the little bits you've been given. If you're particularly of a psychic bent, you can go and chat with psychics and see if they have a vision or like a tarot reading of the thing. It depends on your thing. But it sounds like you all want to jump in the car and head out there from what you said already. Yes, no?
I don't
No?
know.
All right. You're all in one car, or?
We came in separate cars, I guess.
We probably could all
So-
fit in the van if that seems easier.
But everyone can fit in the van. If we want to leave some of the cars here to go later.
It's always good to have a second exit vehicle, just in case.
All right, so you go in 2 cars, the van and one of the sedan, I guess. All right. You head out to the thing. It's, half-hour drive. Okay, so it's like a mile off the highway. There's sort of farms in the distance on either side of the highway. The area's all taped off. This is like 12 hours later, so there's like a sheet over the body. Well, no, they probably would have taken the body by this point. I don't know. Let me think about this. All right, so yeah, there'd be a couple of cops on guard and some like blankets over the body. Someone had a fake ID. Who was that?
Oh, I think that's me.
So we have the
yes,
pictures
right.
of the body, but it's still at the scene. Like they haven't
Yes.
moved it
Yep.
yet. Coroner
so
takes
Meg,
a long time to get out of here, and it's cold, so they're like, good as a fridge.
All right, so so there'd still be a couple of police in the area.
What time is it?
Now it's like midday.
Okay.
There's some uniformed police there with their sort of hands under their arms, cold, and holding their coffee cups, and just sort of waiting. They look a bit bored. They're just waiting for the chance to go. Coroner's probably doing some tests. So what is your fake ID, Meg?
That is a good question. Whether it's
Is it
supposed
private,
to get me
private
into
investigator
somewhere
or
just
um,
something other than my real name while I was waiting out a bit hot water.
could be like a park ranger or something, so you can kind of go to a lot of areas without too many questions.
That's a good idea.
Okay. Right, so you're all approaching like the coroner's tent, or is just sort of one of you having a look?
I'm looking around.
Or you're just sitting in the car and waiting for the cops to bugger off, or?
I'm looking, but I'm keeping my distance from the cops. I'm like looking for tracks and like other signs that like I can cross-reference with.
So
my
looking
existing
around the
research.
area.
Yeah.
All right, is anyone with Cypress or?
Ethan will probably go with Meg simply because Ethan knows a few cops, and if also he would probably try and like just help Meg out in smoothing the conversation over.
Also,
to
you're
the
much
body.
better at talking to people than I am looking at our charm stats.
Yeah.
Like, I might be able to flash up, I don't know, fake fish and wildlife ID, but
Yeah. All right. So you just trying to get a look at the body, or are you just trying to say, hey, what happened, or how? I don't know, how aggressively are you persuading this? What's happened?
It's in the dust. Chat between. Okay. So I think maybe the game plan is Ethan, who knows a few of the cops, is gonna kind of walk over and just like try to chat up the cops and kind of give Meg the chance with her, basically just to kind of go to the bodies and look at it while Ethan keeps the cops distracted.
cool. Yeah, I think, let's say my cover story is, as a Fish and Wildlife Service inspector, I just want to see if this looks like an animal attack so I can write up a report.
Yeah. All right. So I'll get Ethan to roll manipulate someone. So roll plus charm.
Okay, so that's just 2d6 plus my charm.
Yep, 2d6 plus your charm bonus.
That's 2.
So 5. They're like, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't come here without a proper permit. You got to stand back.
Come on, guys, you know me. I did so much for your boss and the other senior staff members.
They're like, no, you got to stand back. I mean, you are providing a distraction because they're very focused on you, and Meg can kind of just go around and look at stuff as she wants. Okay, but yeah, they're not letting Ethan near the body. They're like, no, you can't. You need proper paper. We can't. Yeah, can't. Got to be by the book on this one. This is a nasty wound and that. But yeah, you're providing a distraction for it. That's all right. So Meg's going to have a look at the body. Now, Simon's going around the outside. Amber, what are you up to?
I was thinking of doing the same. It's like, different direction from Psy to look for any signs or tracks. I have a move, I don't know if this is necessarily applicable, called Oops, which is if I want to stumble across something important, I tell you, and I find something important and useful, although not necessarily related to my immediate problems.
Yes. Oh, yes, the mundane. Okay. Do you need to roll for that or you just do it? Okay.
It seems that I just do it.
Um, you find like a small pouch of herbs.
Does it smell like what I think it smells like?
Oh no, it's not devil's lettuce. It's
No.
or it's not KFC either. It's more like something that
It's weirder that it's not weed.
No, it could be something that might be used in witchcraft, and I don't mean proper Wicca. I mean what most shows would refer to as witchcraft and that sort of thing. Who it belonged to, don't know, but yeah, it was. You did find it in the area. Sai, I'll get you to roll. What's his face? Investigate a mystery.
All right, which is I have a sharp is +2. That's a 9.
Okay. Nice questions. Where are the moves?
So I hold 1. And the thing that I care about is what sort of creature is it?
Okay.
Is there a beeping noise coming from someone? Is that coming from someone's? Or am I hearing that on my end?
Nope.
Okay.
I hear it a
I
little
hear that
bit.
too.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
What sort of creature is it? You are sure it's like a humanoid creature, but not human, because way too much force to rip the heart out of the chest. It is beyond human capabilities to do it in that way.
Does it seem to be about human size and shape?
Yeah.
So not like an ogre or
No.
something like abnormally large.
But if they're that strong, that's not necessarily that comforting that they're human sized. um, da, 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 da. Okay. And Meg, since you're actually looking at the body, you can investigate mystery as well.
Cool. Ooh, that did not work very well.
All right. So I think at some point the police will stop being distracted by anything. Oh, no, you can't. You can't be in here. We're
All I
doing this
managed to
one by
do
the book.
is peek under the
Yeah,
sheet. Oh, yep, there's a body there.
Yeah, and you can see the massive
Mm-hmm.
chest cavity, and then they're like, no, you've got to get back. Got to do this one by the book. What's going on with people today? All right. So you can meet back in the car and wait for the cops to leave or something, or I think they'd probably just have a quick look and then take it back. They're not going to spend ages out there because what's the point? They'd take it back to the coroner's office and look at it properly. And
yeah, no, I sort of share like, from the tracks. This was human sized. Wasn't anything bigger than that, but it ripped the heart out of the chest. It's that sounds familiar. Maybe
yeah, like is there something that eats hearts? Something that does magic with hearts?
Maybe the Madison incident?
as
Flip
an
through.
incident. Which one was that?
Oh, that was the football player who was found ripped into pieces.
Oh, right. Yeah, that guy.
All right. Do people want to buy a break or? Yeah, no, tea
Yeah.
break, whatever. Yeah. All right. 5 minutes. All right.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
sounds
5
good.
minutes. Alrighty.
Is it crude skin?
No, I thought it was nice and smooth.
Do we need to
Okay.
investigate to determine what kind of skin? Is that something we can
No, I
determine,
think you
or
can
is
know.
that- Okay.
I think you could just feel it with your fingers and go, that feels like holding someone's hand. Dear.
Okay.
Okay.
That down.
All right, people ready? Or you need another minute? Or good. All right. So it's like 2 in the afternoon. The cops have packed off. They have taken the body away. There's just the. I'm not sure if you'd even call it a crime scene because that's just where the body was found. Da-da-da-da-da.
No, I think the first thing to do is we need to go search the local news for anything else in the area, any other deaths like this, maybe that didn't get attention at the time. If there's a pattern, we can find the pattern, and that leads us to the monster. And maybe something else.
Going to his college is also an option. As he was a student, we can probably ask a few of his classmates if they notice anything strange about him in the days leading up to this.
So is that what Ethan is going to do, or is that just what he's suggesting as an option?
That's Ethan is suggesting that option.
Actually, let me amend my suggestion or my proposal for what Sai is going to do. I would say that Sai knows the someone in the local weekly newspaper who writes up all the police blotters. Just to introduce a new NPC is more fun than a scene of me browsing the internet for 4 hours. So I had to talk to them because, they pay attention to. They're the ones that they write up the police blotter every week. So if something stuck out, they'd be the ones to remember it.
Okay. Okay. Amber, what are you suggesting or doing?
Did we end up getting a name for the victim?
The victim? Yeah. Petri. Parents are Hungarian. He's born in America, like 20-year-old.
Okay.
Dad works at the lumber mill. He's went through high school and college here, so the local family.
Okay. So he was out hiking, so presumably with people.
Yeah, there's a hiking
I would-
camp about 5 miles away.
Okay. I would want to go talk with see if I could talk with the people that he was hiking with, or anyone else who would have been
Well,
hiking at
okay. So
that time.
yeah, after the body was found, strangely enough, the college camp was shortened, and they went back to college because they didn't want people out there while there's someone running around with a shotgun.
Oh, it was like a camp, a group. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, in that case, Amber and Ethan can go to the college and chat to people if you like, or give them some calls, or you can all go. It's up to you.
Splitting the party is always a good idea.
Jolly good. Alright. So, how are you approaching it? That that you're reporters, or that you're a concerned family member, or what's your cover story?
Sorry, who's the ones who's doing
This is Amber and Ethan, unless you're all going.
No, I'm going to talk to the local reporter.
Do you want Meg to come with you?
Sure. So we're driving over in Meg's car. Is the second car that we have? Yeah.
Yep, sounds like it. Yep.
Like this
Sure.
thing's strong, Meg. It's real big, real strong. You up
Yeah.
for this?
It's my job.
And my job's to stand about 20 feet back. I'll shoot it if it gets too close.
Yeah. Hey, you look in your books and figure them out, and I stab them. That's the division of labor here.
All right. So Amber and Ethan, you going to college, or are you just going to call them?
Yeah, I've got a route for the college. Since it's going to be, at the hiking camp, I don't know, maybe we got some rugby players, just, generally sporty people. I know the bars they're gonna go to. The angle I'm gonna take is disarm and try to get the tipsy, drunk college students to
Not hard, but yep.
yeah, their line is, wow, it must have been so scary out there, and just get them to talk a little bit more about like anything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw something in the shadows, but I wasn't scared.
Okay. Okay, you can roll manipulate someone, so roll plus charm. I mean, if you're doing the same thing, Ethan, you can roll that too. I'll give you a situational plus 1 because it's it's not hard in that particular environment.
Is this manipulate, or is this trying to investigate a mystery?
So
Right,
that would
it's
be a +3 for the modifier.
Not gonna do it. I think I came up with
Yeah, it's probably more investigative mystery, but we can say plus charm in this case.
It does seem like a charm-based roll.
Okay, Ethan would also probably go up to one of the people that he believes might have been with PhD at the hiking camp and pretend that he's a worried friend from out of town. They just heard terrible news and came rushing in.
Yeah, there's people talking in the pub, and they're playing pool or what do you call it, foosball, and chatting away. So yep, that's fine. All right, so wow, lots of low rolls. I can't be that mean on the first session. And okay, but okay, so Miss Amber. All right, so Amber not having much luck. They're just being sleazy and failing to be handsy. Yeah, they're not. They don't. The first ones you approach don't have any useful information. However, Ethan, you did find out some. So, this, come on. Right, so Ethan, if you want to pick 2 of those.
Let's see. Okay. I probably asked, since you're the guest that was attacked by someone or something, I'm probably going to ask where did it go and what sort of creature is it? Because it is based anything off of that, this person probably saw what happened to Petri, so he'll probably be able to guess where the creature scurried off to, as well
Yeah.
as maybe what it was. But
Well,
he's convinced
people only
it's
saw, anybody in the area only saw people in the area. Nobody saw like a bear. There were no bear tracks. Nobody saw a pack of wolves. There were no wolf fur anywhere or wolf tracks or nothing. It was only people seeing other people in the area. So they're pretty sure it had some sort of human form. But you did roll 11, so I think one of the people you're playing pool with or listening to or whatever is his dad's on the force, and they were saying there looked like there were tracks that dumped the body to the area. It wasn't killed where it was found, but again, they were human tracks. So there's no mention of animal or anything.
but they do not know where did it go.
It went back towards the highway. So it looked like someone or something has driven up, taken the body there, and then ran off, basically. So it was killed somewhere else. All right, Megan Sy, you're talking to a reporter. This is Jasmine, your cousin Sy. She's a investigative, nosy reporter. Runs in the family, apparently.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen her since before I went up. No, I've seen her. I haven't seen the rest of my family.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding them. She's one of the few people I talk to besides Amber. Because I need her. She's she's on the inside. She knows the scoops.
All right.
I think the newspaper has this little 1-story building in the downtown, and rather than going to the front door, I sort of I go into the parking lot and around to the window and start rapping on the window by her desk.
Yeah, and she'll just point her pencil to the subway across the road and search out for a subway.
I sigh and meet with her, even though something's deeply suspicious about Subway that I haven't quite been able to nail down. They're up to something.
Of course they are. Everybody's up to something.
A foot-long sandwich for $5? That's unnatural.
All right. Yeah, so she'll chat your sub. And so what's on your mind, Si? What have you found?
Got some questions about the police blotter. You read that more than anyone. Have there been any recent murders or even old murders that involved someone's chest being ripped out? I take a big.
Yeah, it has the opposite effect on her. She'll put the food down and have a think for a sec. She'll occasionally glance at
Hi,
Meg.
Jasmine. It's good to see you.
Oh yeah, this is Meg. Meg, this is Jasmine. She's all right, probably.
It's nice to meet one of Si's friends, and she'll shake your hand. if you let her. She's sort of glancing at Meg a bit. You're not sure she's checking you out, like, are you a threat, or checking you out like, And she'll say, no, there's a couple of years ago, there were a few with like chest ripped out, but that was that thing you dealt with.
Oh.
The werewolf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do get that with werewolves. Lots of chest ripping out.
She's like, yeah. Yeah. You did kill it. You did finish it off.
Oh, for sure. I'm pretty sure. There.
Silverblade.
What do you mean? You're pretty sure? That's not reassuring.
Hey, I got all the ones that I know about.
Right. Okay. So
Possible there were more.
Right. Okay. Yeah, there was that a couple of years ago, and then no, this is the first new thing like that.
And nothing older. Where was nothing older than that? I know you do the.
She's sort of flicking through her phone.
1995.
About 40 years ago, there was like 3, and then that was it. There's like 3 in 1 month, and then that was that.
This town has a shockingly high murder rate per capita.
Welcome to the Rockies. I'm not sure what you want me to say.
Now it's all part of it, Yeah. Well, keep an eye out. If you hear of anything else like this, let me know. You saw the latest bulletin, I'm sure.
Yeah. I got it.
Downplay that. It's something.
Well, I've got to report the stories. I can't just ignore it.
Like, tuck it on page 3.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Do you have a copy of the story from 40 years ago? Can you email it to me? Text it to me?
Yeah, sure. I'll just grab your number, she says with a smirk.
I definitely give her my number.
All right. And yeah, she'll find a bunch and put them in order, chronological order. She'll kind of look at Meg, look at Sai, shake her head, look back at Meg, and then wander off. Because, got to get back to the office. Okay, back to Amber and Ethan in the pub restaurant infested by college students. You've had mixed success there. You're going to stay there or go somewhere else, or we'll say it's like 3 PM now.
Ethan, I didn't find out anything useful, but I didn't have to buy any drinks. I'm thinking, there's like, I found this pouch, right? And like, maybe it's human skin, maybe it's not human skin, but it's got some weird herbs in it. And I was thinking, I know this nerd, this postdoc nerd, who in the biology lab, who might be able to tell us some more about that. Maybe it's got some significance.
If it was placed in human skin, I would assume so.
Yeah, it feels like we're dealing with an intelligent being here. If we've got some sort of ritual object and stuff like that. Anyway, maybe. So
Yeah.
that's what Amber's going to do.
Yeah, Ethan's going to follow Amber to the village lab, and he's going to convey to Amber that what he found out from some of the guys that the body was just gonna drop there, and that the murder took place somewhere else.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to go and talk to a biology student or something?
I'm
Is
gonna
that
go
right? No?
talk to Nick Zimmerman, biology postdoc. So he's got lab access.
Okay. Hi, Nick is a human skin. Great. All right. So Emma isn't going there. All right. So yeah, Nick's in his office, grafting plants together or something. I don't know. Whatever biology students do.
Probably math or something. They still got math and biology. They got statistics.
Right. Hey, Amber, what's happening?
Hey, hey, and try to straighten up a little bit. She's not like super, maybe turning it on a little extra for Ethan. So I have a favor to ask.
Right.
Can you tell me what is in this bag? And if you
Has
could
it?
do that for me, I'll tell you where I found it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, easy. That's sage, rosemary, hemlock, belladonna, and names about 12 different herbs. Some of them are used for cooking, and most of them are used for, ye olde ancient ritual stuff. He doesn't say that,
Yeah.
but you know that.
Well, as a Nick's particular specialty, like sort of within biology, maybe rather than the biology lab, it would have been more useful if I said he did like biological anthropology, was particularly interested in folk medicine and folk cures.
Yeah, it's feasible for this area. Anthropology.
So because biology has can have a lot to learn from the juices that people use plants for.
Yeah.
So I want to see if he knows like what kind of uses that this might have in ritual.
That sounds like some sort of role.
Yeah, I can manipulate someone if he's like, "Why are you asking me this?" Like, what does?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause this is strange. Why are you asking about this stuff?
Okay, 10.
Ah.
And cover story. No, actually, I'll just let him think I'm weird, and I'm gonna tell him, I'll that it's
You found it when you're out hiking, and
yeah, I'm gonna tell, regardless of my role, I was gonna tell him that I found it at a crime scene. If I rolled bad, that would have gone.
Yep. Okay. And you've been to a lot of crime scenes, he sort of says with a smirk.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Okay.
And I'll smile real wide like I'm joking, but I'm not.
Yeah. He says, look, this is generally to do with the body and flesh. It can be used to like heal wounds. It can be used to make wounds worse if you prepare it in a certain way. That's generally what this sort of combination of herbs are. It's to do with flesh and the body. It's not to do with the senses. It's not to do with the mind or destiny or fate or anything. It's just to do with flesh.
You could like hurt somebody with it.
I don't know a lot about that side of it, but I suppose you could. It'd be
Okay.
like a fast-acting poison or toxin or something. Now, is Ethan sort of standing in the hall, or is he?
Ethan will probably be standing in the hallway, just like kind of making sure that no one comes in during this weird line of questioning.
All right. I mean, it's 3 in the afternoon, so most of the students are either in class or back in the dorm or whatever. So, yep, that's fine. All right. All right. So, and you found it on a crime scene. Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently there's some guy with a shotgun running around near the highway or whatever. So just, yeah, be careful when you're out there, Amber.
Yeah, totally. Thanks, Zammy. You've been super helpful, and I'll give him a little peck on the cheek and then leave.
Yeah, he's a bit sort of confused by that. It's like, hi, sure, okay. He doesn't know if he's in the friend zone or what. He's totally confused.
That's where we want him.
All right. Now, are you all meeting up for dinner, or are you going to your separate homes for dinner, and you're going to reconvene in the morning? What do you think?
I think it would probably be convenient, like this evening, and given our past record, it would probably be at Wendy's.
Do I with the werewolf attack we covered in the past, and the ones that have happened in this, or at least the similar attacks and the similar ones that have happened in the distant past, was there any commonality in terms of the victims or the locations, or what the victims were doing?
Well, I mean, they were in heavily urban areas, yes, but with the werewolf ones in the past, there are bloody ass, big ass, wolf tracks near the body, bits of fur on edges of furniture and stuff. It was just about as subtle as a brick.
And nothing.
There's none of that this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no. Yes, human size. Yes, strong enough, but it doesn't feel like a werewolf thing. Or does it? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So you're meeting up for dinner? Is that right? Or
Sure.
where? Dunkin' Donuts, Taco Bell, White Castle. I don't know.
I think getting Sai to agree on a restaurant for dinner is just so exhausting a task that ultimately
Someone just goes and gets stuff and
yeah, like boils a pot of spaghetti or something like that.
Yeah, you've got 100 chicken wings and right. Okay. So you've been eating in a car, or are you back at one of your places?
Someone's place for sure. Not mine.
Ethan, what sort of place you got? Is it like a storm cellar that you've done up, or?
Yeah, it'd probably be like a small apartment, kind of messy. Like it's not a place that Ethan really spends much time at. He kind of just goes there, sleeps, wakes up, and just goes into town to do.
Okay, so I'm thinking on the 3rd floor of a 5-story building, and it's got a corner so he can see down 2 streets to see if anyone's coming or whatever. It's got good views.
Yeah, can work.
All right, so you're sitting in Ethan's apartment, having your food. All right. This one's all right. Anyone talking about anything specifically, or you just kind of, food's here, let's just eat?
Well, I do not shut up about the case. Like, for me, like, there is nothing that is important other than this murder right now. Like, I think if other people try to make small talk, or like let's talk about something other than the grisly murder while we're eating, I just ignore it and keep saying, "Oh, so it looks like a werewolf. I don't think it's a werewolf."
All right, so things we know so far. Guy with heart ripped out, but it doesn't look like werewolf attack because there's normal size human footprints and not fur and guts and gore everywhere.
Yeah, we
Body
should
was
also
dumped
note.
there.
Yeah, we should also note that our boy, our victim over here, was dumped on the highway. He wasn't actually killed there.
Yeah.
Oh, and we don't know where the murder was done.
Not for my knowledge.
Very
Only thing I could
suspicious.
gather was he was dumped there, and whoever did it just kept
Well,
going.
he was at the hiking camp, which is like 5 miles away.
Oh.
So somewhere in that vicinity is probably because he was an active member of that camp for several days, and then he went missing, and then found there. So he was generally in the area. It wasn't like he's from the next town or anything.
Who wants to go for a hike tomorrow?
Sure, I'm down.
Do we have any other choice? But we did attacked to what was his name again? Nick Zimmer.
Oh, Nikki Zims.
Yeah, Nicky.
Yeah, and I'll tell them about the maybe flesh magic involved. I don't know much about occulty stuff, but at
Has any
least
of that-
it indicates some intelligence, especially with the body dumping and the humanoid form.
Yeah.
Any of that thing? Any bear eye? Anything in one of your fancy books?
I can do some research when I get back tonight. See if look up these herbs. But I'll do that. But I want to get out there tomorrow. The only way is to see it firsthand. You know, you can read all you want and browse the forums all you want, but you got to see it in order to put the pieces together.
Ethan, if I just get you to roll trust your gut, so roll plus weird. So what is
Let's
it?
see.
1 for you.
Yeah, okay, so that's... Okay.
9. So yeah, when sorry, going on about let's go hiking, let's go out there and see it. You got a feeling, yeah, that's going to be a good place to start. We're not going to find it in town. There's something happening out there. Feels right to you.
All right. Do I want to cut it tomorrow, or do I have another roll for research to make, or?
Do you want to use one of your connect the dot things, or?
Yeah, I've got 3 holes, so I might as well start. Oh yeah, the one I care about the most. When and where will the next critical event occur? And this may be something I work out at my cork board tonight after I've got back home.
Doesn't even sleep, just spends all the night on it.
There are many substances consumed at size survival.
It's a pile
cabin.
of jolt cans or something.
Yeah. Jolt cans, beer cans, whiskey bottles, some illicit substances. He mixes and matches.
You're the poster boy for substance abuse.
Not the only thing I'm abusing.
All right. So, Si's gone into join the dots and look at. Is everyone else like just tuning in, or you doing the rest of you doing something else for the night? Break out the Monopoly board? I don't know.
Well, if Say's going to go back to his place to work this out, he'll probably need someone to drive him there.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I live that way.
Yeah, because I think you're all driving to
No,
the
go.
Walmart car park, so you can always drive in there to get his car and then go from there or whatever.
Did all three of us did Ethan drive in a car as well, or was it just 2 cars?
We had just 2 cars, I believe.
Three of
We
us.
had,
Three of
right, so you may
three
have picked him up in the first place.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Meg,
I'm just following. Meg is that.
hang on, no,
person.
you were having dinner at Ethan's place, so he doesn't need to go anywhere. Everybody else
Yeah.
does.
Oh right. I forgot
So
that's
hang
where
on.
we were. Oops.
So Ethan, you're in your own house. What are you doing? Are you just going to put Netflix on, or are you?
It will
We'll
probably
say it's
just.
9 at night.
Oh, it's just 9. Ethan will probably just. Yeah, I think it would just turn to go to bed, knowing that tomorrow will be a big day ahead, and he needs the extra energy to deal with Sai.
Fair. All right. Meg, Amber, what are you up to this evening? It's now 9 o'clock. Size deep in his charts and books and stuff.
I think Meg is going to, at least for a couple of hours, sort of patrol around town, just walk the streets, see if anything weird jumps out.
Okay. Are you doing that on your own, or is Amber with you?
I'm on my own unless Amber has insisted.
I'm not just gonna let you go out, walk the streets with super werewolf or whatever out on the loose. I have a gun. So
All right.
I go.
And if you go off by yourself to check out something, you can mark experience. So
I think Meg and Amber have this argument a lot. They're like, I have to protect everyone. It's on me. I should go make sure everything's safe. And Amber's like, okay, but
Getting strong Dean Winchester vibes here. Okay. All right, so now, are you actually looking for clues, or are you just kind of going for a walk and letting sort things out in your head, or are you, I don't know, going to go and try and pick someone up, or get some food, or do some late night shopping? I don't know.
that's a good question. Honestly, I think mainly Meg's just feeling a bit like needing to do something, and so walk around and make sure monsters aren't jumping out at random people feels like doing something. But I'll probably be somewhat paying attention to my surroundings,
Okay.
but not necessarily like scrutinizing every doorstep looking for clues.
Amber?
Yeah, I think Amber understands that this is Amber has turned a meditative evening walk into a social friend catch up, but mostly we'll just be walking around in silence, making sure all the tombstones are the right way up, that sort of thing. But it's same thing. Not really looking for anything, just taking in the
Okay.
vibes.
All right. So you both, you go to cross an intersection. The light's red, so you wait. A car slowly does a right-hand turn in front of you, drives off, and you realise the person driving the car looks exactly like Petrie, the person who had their heart ripped out,
Oh,
complete
that's
with
weird.
Arctic cams.
Amber, did you see that?
That was the
The dead guy?
that was the dead guy in the shitty camo.
Okay, that's super weird.
Shit.
Yeah.
We kept,
So, like, is dead guy no longer dead, or
Are you going to try and follow the car? No.
I guess we're probably.
Or just take down the license plate or something?
yeah, I think we're on foot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't in the. We're on foot, but in the if in the fiction it makes sense for us to take down the plate, that's a second nature.
Yeah, you can take that with your
thing.
mobile easily enough.
I mean, Meg was probably capable of keeping up with the car for at least a short distance, but Amber would probably be left behind in that case.
But we can say your hatchback's, just down the road sort of thing. It's easy enough. Because town isn't that big.
Sure, yeah.
And note, if it happens to, depending on where we are, is it obviously like going out of town, or is it?
Yes, it's obviously going out of town.
Okay.
So if you like, Amber can sort of stay there keeping an eye on it while Meg runs back to the hatchback, drives in, Amber jumps in and then follow it if that's what you want to
Sure.
do.
That sounds good to me.
Oh yeah, if we can do that, I'm into it.
Cool. Yeah, so I go get my car.
All right. Now, I presume you're just generally keeping an eye on it. You're not like trying to park behind it and make it obvious, super obvious you're following it.
I think we're just trying to figure out what's going.
Okay. Are you letting the other two know or not at this point? We'll say it's 10 at night at this point. You don't have to. It's just up to you what you want to do.
My radio's in my van.
So I guess you could text Ethan.
Sure.
Happily snoring
It's-
away.
It's always worth telling somebody that you are chasing a dead person.
What's the worst that could happen?
Tailing a dead person in a car. So
Even if they
I'll
just see the
te-
message the next morning and have a lead to
Yeah.
track you down when you never came back.
I'll text Ethan. Heading east on County 58. Tracking the dead guy? Question mark.
So they're speeding ahead. There is light snow on the ground and on the road, so I'll get you to do act under pressure for driving.
All right. That's plus cool.
Nine. All right, no worries. So you've sensibly slowed down a bit, so you don't drive all over the freaking place. But yeah, so you're keeping track of them. That's okay. A worse outcome or a hard choice? All right, they've turned off on a off ramp. Yeah, so they've quickly turned off on an off ramp. You can either sort of ding up your car and successfully follow them, or you could make sure you and the car's fine but miss them because you don't get to turn off quick enough.
Oh, I'm gonna follow them.
All
This is how my car got this way.
All right, so it's a bit of a bumpy ride. You just sort of pinball the car. It's got a few dents on the fenders. No respect for vehicles. Alrighty. All right, you're still following this car. All right, they go up the highway about another couple of miles. And then Petrie, the dead guy, gets out of the car in his Arctic cams and starts walking off into the scrub, looks like towards some farms.
So we're not at anywhere in particular, just random spot on
No.
the side of the road. Huh.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm gonna pull over like a few car lengths behind where I left the car. What do you think, Amber? Should we follow him?
Okay, that's super weird. I mean, I think. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, yeah. Get out of the car and follow on foot from a bit of a distance. I think still trying a little bit not to be seen.
Yeah.
You would note that it is, well, the car that he was driving was Petrie's car, whether that is Petrie or not, but it is Petrie's car.
All right.
All right, so you're following at a safe distance. It's nighttime, it's light snow, you're crunching through the snow. Yep, he's headed towards some farms.
You know, this whole time, Sai is in his mountainside cabin, which like all like his windows triple curtained. He's sipping a jolt and is standing for this like he's knocked out the ceiling in one like for what would have been a second and a half story. So he's got this like enormous cork, like 2-story cork board on his wall, and he got like a ladder that he pushes around so he can step back and take in the whole situation. We just see him going, no, not that's not it, and just like in a full frenzy of research, like completely unaware that the interesting things are actually happening somewhere else.
Yeah,
And
Ethan,
I'll
do
text
you want
Ethan to update as well.
Yeah.
I'll drop a pin.
Dom, do you want Ethan to sort of catch up and join in, or are you happy for him to just be safe and resting at home? That's cool as well.
Yeah, the second text message probably would have woken Ethan up. He would have looked at his phone, probably just sent like a row of like 5 question marks. And I imagine that Ethan probably does have a radio, a walkie-talkie as well, simply because Sai refuses to do anything besides that. He'll probably just radio in a Sai.
Yeah, just to let him know what's happening.
Yeah, like Sai, come over.
This is Wildcat. Over.
Okay, Wildcat. It seems that Amber and Meg have stumbled upon Petrie.
Sorry.
What?
Skeeter and Paladin have discovered what? You follow the code. They're listening. Over.
Yes. Yeah. Skeeter and Paladin apparently saw Petrie diving and have followed him to
The farm.
to check a farm just like outside of town. Over.
A farm? Wait. No, is it the farm off 72?
Yes.
Yeah. Over.
That's it. That's it. You gotta come get me. We gotta go meet them.
Okay, just stay put. You are dead. Just need to shoot Ember message to stay put until we get dead. Over.
All right. Whether they do or not, it's up to them. But
Yeah.
all right. So it's going to take you like half an hour to catch up with them because you to go and get him in and get out there.
Yeah, Ethan's just going to send Ember message saying the code. He's on his way to pick up Sai and then go to the location.
You like going to have to remember these bloody code names. Oh my
I'm
god!
writing them down.
I have them at the top of my sheet.
Okay. So Amber and Meg, you get asked to wait. Are you waiting, or are you going to continue following the dead guy?
Go for it.
I kind of feel like we get this message when we already just started trudging across the field. Like, we're not going to stand here in the field waiting for another half an hour. Like,
Yeah, it's cold outside.
follow this dead guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this guy could go could be anywhere.
Yeah.
By the time they get here. So yeah, that's pursuing on foot.
All right. So you see Petrie going closer to the farmyard, and it appears to be sort of circling the area. Doesn't seem to be engaging with the animals. They're just walking around fences and stuff. Appears to be looking for something. Just like with its head. It's not lifting up stuff or searching or anything. It's just kind of looking around and circling it through the buildings, or the outside of the buildings.
That's weird. Wonder what he's doing.
Sounds like a really bad situation.
Mm.
Well, I guess right
Okay.
now we can see.
I will have.
Oh, go ahead.
I will have. Petrie's going to kick in one of the doors of the farm buildings. Now it's really a bad situation. Amber, roll plus sharp.
All right.
Bam.
Lucky 13.
Okay, so you've got 3.
Okay. What's my best way in? Is there like another entrance, not the one this guy just went in?
Yeah, just at the other side of the building. It's like a
Okay.
cabin, so there's just you can come in the back door basically.
I know who the biggest threat is.
Probably.
What's the best way to? Yeah, are there any dangers I haven't noticed, and what's the best way to protect the victims?
Best way to protect the victims is get in there quickly. Because the cabin's not that big. Even if someone's in there and starts to hide, you've only got like a minute tops.
Yeah. Okay. I got 2 ideas. My 2 ideas are create a distraction out here so it knows it's not alone and bugs off, or we fight a monster.
Oh, if there's people in there, we gotta get in there quick.
You hear a scream from inside.
Shit! Meg just goes running for the door without waiting for you.
Okay.
I fire my gun. It's in the air.
Okay. All right, so Meg's running into them. It's like blam, blam. Okay. That upsets all the animals in the farmyard, but you're not like standing in the middle of them or anything, so that's fine. Okay. Cut back to the other 2 quietly driving through the snow on the highway.
I think
What-
Size insisted that we tune the radio to a late night AM talk radio station.
Oh,
This is like it's like conspiracy talk and caller talking about Bigfoot and all that, and I mean like this running commentary is like, that's not Bigfoot, that was clearly an ogre, come on.
I think if I was Ethan, I would shoot the radio at that point. Sheesh. All right, so Meg went.
It is gonna connect to Sai. I bet it's a skinwalker.
Okay, Meg goes running in. There is a young, 20-something blonde lady kind of trying to hide, and Petrie appears to be trying to grab her. And she's like, what do you want? Leave me alone. You come in through the front door or the back door, Meg?
The back door, unless the front door was much closer.
No, probably you can get to the back door. That's easy for you. You come in. You've got a clear shot on Petrie if you want, or if you want to tackle him or yell at him or whatever. Up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and like tackle him to get him away from the person he's attacking. That's my main priority.
Right. Sounds like kick some ass. Or is it protect someone? Are you? Is your primary thing to
My
take
primary
him
goal
down?
here
Or?
is to protect the person he's attacking.
All right, so protect
get them
someone.
out of harm's
Roll
way.
plus tough.
All right. Let's see my ×2.
Come on.
All right. So that is an 8. Sounds like I protect them okay, but I will suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get.
Okay, so you get in the try to wrestle them down. They're trying to smack you back, so you take like 2 harm,
Right.
minus any armor you're wearing, but it's focused on you now.
Right.
It's not Petri isn't saying anything. It's just looking at you with and not blinking.
All right. I'm gonna yell to the person to like run for your life, and I'm gonna, without looking away from Petri, I'm gonna get out my special weapon.
Oh, okay. What's Amber doing? Still out there looking around, or is she coming in, or you're muted? You're muted.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. My intent was to fire the gun in the air once and then follow. I will, since Meg is doing the back door, I'll do the front door because I'll actually the creature won't be able to see me. I'll be
So you're gonna flank him. Yep.
I'm gonna flank him, and I'm gonna cover Meg while Meg does stuff with a special weapon.
By cover, you mean you're going to shoot it, or are you just going to try and distract it, or?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That would be ideal. I'm gonna just show up behind it, and as Meg is readying for like a strike, I'm gonna yell. It's like, hey, hey, ugly, I've got your bag. And wave the.
Oh, you brought the magic weed?
I did. I have it. I had it with me from the day because it's still
Right.
the same. Yeah.
Literally the devil's lettuce in this case.
Yep.
So that's help out plus cool.
Yeah, sounds right.
Righty, that's an 8. That sounds about right. I'm exposed to danger, and you get a +1 to your roll. We also get, I guess, we get +1 forward because we did the what one of your questions said. And it's a little cheap because it's obvious, but or +1 ongoing rather.
Yep. Okay.
As a reminder.
All right. So Petri sort of takes a step back and he's aware of both of you. It is clear for the potential victim to run out though, because she's behind both of you. So she runs out of the barn, cabin, I should say. Okay. Meg, sure go.
All right.
I think it's going to try and dive for you.
All right. Yeah. If it comes at me, then I'm gonna fight it.
Yeah, it's got its hands out. It's going to try and throttle you from the looks of it.
So I'm gonna kick its ass.
Okay. Amber, you noticed it isn't breathing. Like there's no chest movement at all. You probably did, minor biology with Nick back in the day, and you're like, hang on, there's no chest movement at all. It's not blinking or breathing. All right, roll, kick some ass. Meg. You've got +1 forward, remember? So.
Oh, right. Yeah, because I included my tough, but I didn't include that. So I guess that brings it up to a 10.
Did you say what your weapon was? What are you using?
Yeah, what is your special weapon?
Yeah, so my special weapon is this weird old silver knife that I got maybe from the ancient cult who let me know I was the chosen one.
Okay.
But yeah.
Now you gain advantage. You can like force it into a situation, like back it into a corner or something, so it can't get at other people, or you can just have it focus on you so that Amber can get a +1 to hit, or you can just do a huge amount of damage. What option you going with?
Sorry, I'm just reviewing the. All right, I think I want to try and gain the advantage so that we can like control the situation and like find out what's going on here. As much
Okay.
as I would like to just stab this thing a lot, I feel like we need to find out what's going on.
All right. Well, you can trip it up if you like, so it's on the ground. It's still going to try and get up, but you can. All right. So it's on the ground. It's trying to get up. Amber, what are you doing? You're muted.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a fry pan there. You just want to try and smack it on the back of the head and knock it out, or
Yeah. I was thinking about disabling. I was first thinking about tying up, but I think that's not going to happen in this situation. So I'm gonna hanging on a peg on the wall is like a 12-inch cast iron pan.
Yeah.
In the well used, well seasoned, and I'll bring it to bear with a.
I mean, thinking outside of the box, another option is you could use your empathy move.
To
You don't have to. It's just an option.
It's just a thought.
The less human they are, the less safe it is for you. That sounds
Clear
exciting
impression
to
of
me.
their current emotional state. Yeah, I got a pretty good vibe on their emotional state, I think.
Fair enough. It's just an option. All right.
And I think do I still have that +1 then? So I have a 0,
Yes.
but I have a +1 from the scene. So I rolled a 10 on whatever damage a frying pan does to the head.
Probably
A
2. I
cartoon
would
frying
say.
pan that knocks someone out and doesn't kill them.
Yep. Okay. So it's not knocked out, but it is sort of stunned. It sort of stopped moving and it's just sort of turning its head around, but not blinking and not breathing still. So it's currently not trying to get up.
Find something to tie it up.
Yeah, I'd look around the cabin for some rope or something.
Yeah, I mean, they've got farm animals and stuff, so yeah, there'd be some rope around. Yep. All right. You've tied up Petrie. We can say Ethan and Cy come running in at this point if you like.
I've got a blanket, an object wrapped in a blanket that you guys all know is my shotgun, just like under a ratty blanket. And like, we too late? Oh, thank God. Good. Gotcha, Meg.
Yeah. So
I think the potential victim will sort of come back and, what's happened? Who's that? Who are you people?
Oh, hey, are you okay? We've got this guy tied up. He's not going to hurt you. We're trying to figure out what's going on.
So are you with the police or something?
Oh
or?
no, we were just passing by and heard screaming.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to call the police then, because yeah.
Is then in that moment we can interject and say, I don't need miss. I already called them, and They told us to bring the suspect in for them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm happy for you to take him out of my house. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, no worries, ma'am.
She's got to start keeping her distance from all of you, but yeah, okay. So you take him out of the house, and he's hands tied behind his back or whatever.
Once we get outside, I've got and like aren't being observed. I've got a big like one of those big metal foot long Watchman's flashlights. And I sort of turn it on. It's just incredibly high beam, and I start shining it all up and down Petrie, just sort of looking him over.
I was gonna say, now that we have a minute where we're not fighting, does this guy have a gaping chest wound?
No,
Noted.
What can I figure out about like what kind of creature he is or might be?
are you spending one of your things for this? Connect the dots, or are you doing an investigative mystery?
And if you think that how does this mystery connect to the bigger picture would answer this, otherwise I think I have to roll.
Yeah, you can get a roll for this one.
It's an 11. 9 plus 2.
All right, so it's back to those. Yeah, I mean, you can see it looks and smells like Petri. It's not breathing or blinking.
Yeah. What sort of creature is it? Is obviously the first question. Hopefully, getting more details about that than I got last time.
Well, it's not alive on account of it not breathing, but like it looks and smells alive.
What can hurt it?
Well, frying pans apparently. big frying pans. It's a very specific allergy. I mean, yeah. So you might do a couple of tests, like scrape some silver or iron on the back of the hand. No specific reaction.
Just tough. And
Okay, so you're just taking them back to the car, are you? Or
and my third question is, what's being concealed here?
So as you're looking at his hand and stuff, and he's trying to get away from you, you thought he smells a bit like pine or fir or something, like a tree.
Sorry, did you say he keeps looking at his hands?
No, as Sai was looking at Petri's hands, to, test for silver, test for iron and stuff to try and figure out what sort of creature. It's like, because you're that close, like, he's got a tree sort of smell to him.
Yeah, it's very odd that.
And he'll sort of look at Ethan and say, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I was just camping. I'm just a student."
Did you have like a sudden moment of like coming to clarity here, or?
Yeah.
We can have this conversation outside.
Yeah, we have been, yeah.
Oh,
So you walk him towards the car. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna.
Is he?
This is new.
A new player on the board.
Do you remember the last thing that happened to you?
I was hiking. I was camping with my friends.
I just want to note here that I have and am using my suspicious mind ability. If someone lies to you, you know it.
Okay.
Just carry on. Otherwise, if he says anything that's a lie, then I, as a suspicious bastard, immediately pick up on that.
Fair enough.
But so far, it seems like he's telling the truth.
Yeah. As far as he's concerned.
Does he
And
have
I-
any blood in his hands or anything like that, or under his fingernails?
A little bit from where he was trying to get, over the table to get to Megan Amber and the victim, or potential victim. Yeah, he's... What's he going to do? He's going to try and break out of his ropes. What am I doing? I don't need to roll. It's not a bloody trad game. All right, so he's breaking out of his ropes. He's going to try and stop him, or are you just going to let him and shoot him and tackle him, or I don't know.
I want to see how strong he is. This is an important learning opportunity.
Well, unless you have said that very quickly, Meg is already jumping in to try and recapture.
I don't say it. I just like that. That's what I do. Like if you stop him,
Excuse
that's
me.
fine. But
Yeah. Is Meg trying to like tackle him, trip him, shoot him? What?
I'm gonna try and like tackle him down to the ground and then like menace him with the knife.
Ah, that sounds like kick some ass.
are we the baddies?
No.
Not yet. Holy crap. Okay. All right, so you've achieved whatever you want to achieve with that roll. It's fine. All right, so you've taken him to the ground, quite strong. Stronger than he looks. He was a hiker, but he wasn't like buff,
Right.
and he's coming across as quite strong.
Yeah, so I sort of got him down on the ground. I'm just like, hey, buddy, you don't want to get up.
Now might be
you
a
want to
better
stay
time
down
for
on
the
ground.
empath move.
You could try that if you want, Amber.
Because everything's getting just real tense, and I'm getting a flash of weird something. Sure, I will have something bad happen to me. Is what's gonna happen with that. I'll tell you right now, but I'm here for it. Yes, I am overwhelmed with emotion.
And experience points.
You can like hear the wind through trees and smell like pine trees and fir trees, and it's just that's all you can experience. You're just overwhelmed by the smell and the hearing of that.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like fall. Yeah, after Aunt Meg tackles, I'll like fall to the ground on my knees and just be like looking up around at the trees and clutching my head a little bit.
Shit, Amber, are you okay?
No, you don't hear the wind. You don't hear it. Side note from just obviously not as Amber who's freaking out right now. From where Meg cut the tree man, is he bleeding blood or sap?
Yeah, a little bit of sap.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, Ethan, what are you up to? Meg's sitting on top of this hiker guy.
I will probably go out to Amber and just like make sure that she's okay. Ask about that. Everything alright?
I think she's still like out of it and muttering about trees for the immediate moment, because it's kind of an action sequence. I think Meg just tackled the guy, and I assume
Yep.
the tree. I assume he's going to try to like escape again or do something.
Yeah.
Unless it seems clear that he's not.
Meg, I say sort of quietly, I think we should let him go and follow him.
If we let him go, what if he punches a hole in another student?
That's why we follow him.
You think someone else is pulling our strings?
Obviously.
I look to the others to see what they think about this idea.
All right, when you do that, he kind of twists his leg. Let me just check safety tools for a moment. Okay, cool. He twists his leg, pulls the bottom half of the leg off, and tries to smash you over the head with it. Meg, so you can either sort of take it and hit him back, or just get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm getting out of the way. I'm sturdy, but I'm not that sturdy.
All right, so, and he's kind of hobbling on sort of one arm and one leg now. He's trying to put his leg back on now that he's sort of gotten up. You did see some twigs fall to the ground when he initially ripped his leg off. And he's just staring at Ethan.
I'm just watching this, but I've got my shotgun like uncovered now. And, like I'm ready to blast him if I have to.
Yeah, this
But,
is about
like,
20 feet away from your car, which is parked on the side of the highway.
Yeah, like, you know, again, like I'm concerned about like what's behind all this, you know, and obviously like, you know, stopping him from killing my friends, but I'm just sort of like lined up and like, get out of here, go.
And it's going to make a leap for Ethan.
I fire.
Ethan, what are you doing?
At this moment, Ethan's kind of like at Amber's side. So if I jump out, he'd probably hit Amber. So it'd probably be protect someone in this case.
Well, you need to protect yourself because he's jumping at you, not at Amber.
Yeah, but I'm guessing like that Amber's close enough to Ethan that if I just jump out of the way, that
Yeah.
he's gonna hit Amber. So seeing how Amber's still out of it, he's probably just going to like turn his back towards Petri and actually to
Are you going to
take the
protect someone?
advantage.
All right.
Yeah,
So roll
that's-
plus tough.
my tough isn't good. Yeah, it's -1. Okay.
Yeah, that's 6. Okay. All right. So yeah, you because that's a 6, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So you because you turn your back, it kind of leaps on you and then launches off you and goes for Amber. Amber, it's trying to get towards your throat, basically. What are you doing?
All right, yeah, I'm gonna come to with that happening. And oh boy. Okay. Is it have its hands like around my throat, or is it something?
No,
where
it's
I
just
could
it's
maybe
like 2
get
foot
out of
away.
the way?
About it's coming for you, so you do have a chance to just roll out of the way or pull out a weapon. Or...
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna instinct roll out of the way.
All right, so you're acting under pressure. Okay.
Under pressure. Okay. +1, cool. Yeah. Uh, 8. Okay.
So I'm going to give you a tough choice or worse outcome. you can sort of dive to the side but knock yourself out on the car, so it didn't get you, but you're now unconscious, and hope your friends get it. Or it or it got your car. Basically, it slammed its fist into the tire, and the tire's done, so the car's not going anywhere now. It's badly damaged, so you're all stranded on the highway.
We got Ethan's car, or Ethan's car, but
Yeah, I'll go with the car. Dodge out of the way and roll. Like, I'm gonna roll under the car, and as it's
Yep.
scrabbling after
Yeah, and
me, it's gonna tear
rawr,
up
and just
the...
tears a big chunk off the suspension and the wheel, and the car's not going anywhere. Meg, what are you up to?
I have recovered from diving out of the way from its first attack, and I'm gonna, try and fight it again, but like mostly with the focus of getting it away from Amber and my friends.
Okay. Yep, that still kicks some ass at this point.
All right.
I will. I mean, I'd give you a situational +1, but that's still 7 to 10 anyway. Sorry, 7 to 9. All right. You can't really. Hang on. What are you using? Are you using a gun or?
I think the only weapon I have is my knife, so I'm just sort of jumping at it and slashing at it with my knife.
Okay, so you both wound each other. That's kind of backhands you, and it's just strong. So you
All
probably take one point from that.
Okay, that's not reduced by anything, is it?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. But yeah, it is focused on you and not Hammer now. Sai hasn't gone for a while. What are you up to? This thing's now squaring off against Meg.
Yeah, I guess I was going to try to shoot it before it closed with anyone, but I guess it closed too fast before we to get an open shot on it.
What are you using? You got a revolver. You could take a shot at it without getting Meg. You're not that bad a shot.
I don't have a revolver.
Did you?
Nope. I have throwing knives. So many throwing knives. Tucked in. So
Okay.
I reach into my winter pocket of my winter coat and pull out a knife and just whip it at this thing's back
Okay.
from like 20 feet away or so.
Yep.
Ideal knife throwing distance.
Yep. So yep, roll kick some ass and
Some ass? Okay. This will go well. Not my worst stat. Woohoo! XP.
all right. So you throw a knife. It goes just in front of Meg's face, but doesn't hit her. However, because of that, she has to step back a bit, and the Petri turns back and runs full tilt towards Ethan. Ethan, what are you doing?
What the hell, man? Yells Meg as you're thinking about what to do.
Okay, I guess I won't help you next time.
Okay, before they answer to do, did I take any harm from its initial attack?
Probably, yeah, just a point of bruising.
Okay. Okay. Since it's coming towards me, Ethan will probably take out his revolver and try and shoot it.
Yep. Yep, it's right in front of you. Definitely close range. Yep, go for it.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, that's an 8.
Okay. So you shot it, which stops it a bit. It staggers forwards and grabs you. So it's grabbed hold of you, and it sort of really gripped your arm. Amber, it's gripping onto Ethan. He's just shot it. What are you up to?
So that's one more harm for me, or just...
Yeah, one more harm.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not letting go of your arm, sort of thing. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Now I'm gonna take my. I'll like crawl out from under, like halfway from under the car, and from prone, fire at it with the pistol. Like, let him go. Roll.
lots of low rolls today.
Not gonna do it.
Amber's at least winning the race.
As much as it would be fun if you just shoot one of your friends in the leg, I'm not going to. On the first session.
Go as hard as you want, as far
No.
as I'm concerned.
No. It either it misses or it just hits into a tree and it's fine.
I think it goes near Sai, and he drops the next knife he was about to throw and sort of staggers down the hill a bit. That's all right. No one's actually been shot, though. That's good. Okay, Meg, Ethan is kind of wrestling with this thing now.
I have an idea. If I happen to have a lighter on me, I am going to try and light this tree monster on fire because I think it might be flammable.
I can't see a reason why you wouldn't have a lighter on you.
Does
being a bit of
Meg have a little bit of an occasional smoking habit?
That seems entirely likely. All right, yeah. So I pull a lighter out of my jacket and light it, and yeah, I'm just gonna throw the lighter at the tree monster.
All right, it's trying to keep away from the fire as soon as you pull it out. So are you trying to like grab it and burn it, or are you just kind of chucking it?
I guess if I'm close, I'll run over and try and directly apply the fire to it.
It still kicks some ass, so yeah.
Seems effective.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, it's burning. It seems to burn quite quickly. It's obviously let go of Ethan now. And yeah, Petrie's body is burning. It doesn't scream. It's just sort of flailing a bit to try and put the fire out, but slowly burning. Keeps burning. All right, Sash now. All right, that's probably a good spot to pause it. All righty. Yeah, in case anyone didn't know, if you roll 6 or less, you get an experience point, because there were quite a few 6s this session. Yes. All right, so we'll pause it there. You've just defeated something. Probably not human. All right, there you go.
If you need to check how many, if you click the room history button, you can just search for your character name and you go through all your rolls and see count up how many fails you had.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all failed at least once. But yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. All right. So yes, we're partway through this mystery. You've survived several encounters. Nobody's died yet. A few injuries, but except the car. The car got badly injured. I should probably note that too.
So I think it's Meg's car that is currently undrivable.
Oh, right. I made that choice. I thought I totally forgot it wasn't my car.
It's a
That's
fixable
fine.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do we want to do stars and wishes, things you liked, things you want to see next time? I'll make David go first.
Yeah, I mean, stars to all of you guys for a great first session, getting into our characters, establishing some good dynamics early. Wishes, more of the same. As far as I'm concerned, feel free to hit us harder when we fail a roll. 6 minuses should hurt.
Yeah.
And this is not.
I was just conscious it was the first session. I didn't want to.
I know it can be difficult to decide how hard you want to go on a failed roll in these PBTA games, but others can disagree if they want a less bloody game. But I'm fine to be put in deeper spots when we fail something.
Yeah, and you've got luck to burn, so yeah, that's cool. I'll take the kid gloves off next time. Meg, you want to go? Sorry, Gray, you want to go next?
Sure. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Stars to everyone for great characters, and I like some of the character relationships we've already started to explore. And yeah, excited to see what happens next.
Brendan.
Really echoing much of the same. Thanks, Blake, for a great game. Totally forgot luck existed at all, so I'll try to remember that next time. It's always nice to get experience, but it's also nice to win, which we did. Love enjoying everyone's characters, enjoying the. I'm looking forward to seeing how we work as a team.
Okay. I've made a note to working history questions more, because it's hard when you sort of just generated them all and then it's like, oh crap, how to work it into the first session, but I'll make sure to do more for the second one. Dom, any stars or wishes, things you'd like to see or things you enjoyed?
For the stars, it's the same as everyone else says. Thank you very much, Blake, for organizing this game. A great job to everyone for the characters they created for this. It's interesting it's going to be interesting to see how our little team develops, and probably what dangerous adventures we get up to. So I'm really looking forward to that. Besides that, I don't really have any wishes.
No
Besides
worries.
that.
No worries. That's all right. Yeah, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to ask or whatever. I think it went well. It's a good start. You've gotten some progress, but you certainly don't know everything that's going on, and that's cool. That's what it's supposed to be about. We've got some NPCs we'll try and work back in next time. But yeah, that was all cool. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you all next week.